What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing a Manchester City transfer update. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, and do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe, and remember, going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates from January 1st throughout the whole January transfer window to keep you guys up to date here on YouTube every single step of the way with all the latest Manchester City transfer news throughout the January transfer window. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. Remember, it is free. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up on the video. 200 likes is the aim, and also don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, this video is sponsored and brought to you by Kitbag, who are running a very special deal. This is only running for today, so if you do want to take advantage of this deal, you are going to have to be quick, but they have got the Manchester City away shirt for this season available for just £40. It's on a 50% discount. Just use the discount code SAVE and that will give you the 50% off, and you can go and cop the new Manchester City away shirt, which is paying homage, of course, to Manchester City's 1999 season, and you can pick that up for just £40. Again, as I said, only available for today, so do go and check it out. Links and details, they are in the description, and a big thank you to Kitbag for sponsoring this video. So we've got no contract news, so we're going to dive straight in with the outs, and we've got the very latest on Claudio Echeverri. Now, Marcelo Gallardo, who is the manager at River Plate, thinks that Echeverri is another year away in terms of his physique and development from being a top player in Europe. Says he has all the qualities to make him a top player, but he'd like to keep him another year in Argentina at River Plate, but says that it isn't up to him. He's on loan currently throughout the whole of 2024 with River Plate, of course, as Manchester City signed him from River Plate. But word coming in from sources close to Manchester City is that because Man City have paid the money already to River Plate, Man City see him as a Manchester City player. So when he joins up with the Manchester City squad from January, the plan is to keep him around the first team squad and not to loan him out to River Plate or to any other club for that matter. City want to keep him around the first team squad to help with his development, let him take advantage of the brilliant academy facilities and also the great coaches that Manchester City have available to them, including that of working with Pep Guardiola, to allow him to be able to prosper and work with some of the best players in the world who will be his teammates. So it's looking like Echeverri, despite interest coming in from him to take him on loan, including River Plate wanting to keep him for another year. In an ideal world, we're not living in an ideal world, and Manchester City want to keep him around the first team squad for at least this season. So that's looking like what is going to happen there. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got a new name come to the form of Tijjani Reijnders. I hope I've said his name correctly. I probably haven't, and I do apologise for that. Calcio Mercato have said that Manchester City, though, are looking at the AC Milan central midfielder. 26 years old, is of interest to Manchester City, but it is nothing more than that, because Manchester City do believe that he is going to be signing a new contract at AC Milan very soon. City are expecting this contract to be signed as early as 2025, so the early parts of 2025, so we're looking at January, which would end Manchester City's interest in him for now, as that new contract would run until 2030. So long-term committing his best years to AC Milan, so Manchester City will cool their interest once that new contract has been signed. So in the meantime, City are continuing to look at central midfielders. Moves us nicely on to an update on Martin Zubimendi, and the Football Insider have said that Manchester City are open to making a move for Martin Zubimendi in January. They like that he's got a £51 million release clause. That is still active, by the way, after Liverpool's interest in him last summer. The player, though, remains uncertain on what he wants to do. There's been some interest coming in from Bayern Munich. He wasn't interested in that move. There was interest from Barcelona. He wasn't interested in that move. Manchester City are interested. Liverpool were interested in the summer. He wasn't interested in joining Liverpool, and everything's pointing towards perhaps Zubimendi not interested in joining joining Manchester City as well. The only advantage that we do have is a lot of this interest was coming for him in the summer rather than coming in the winter. So he's had a few more months to think about things, and if he does want to leave Real Sociedad, then Manchester City could be a really good option for him. It is believed, according to the Football Insider and sources close to the player in San Sebastian, they're saying that the player remains uncertain on what he wants to do next and what his next move could be. He's a 25-year-old Spanish central midfielder who can cover defensive midfielders. Manchester City are looking for options in midfield to help with the absence of Rodri. And speaking of the absence of Rodri and players of interest to Manchester City, takes us on to an update on Ederson. And no, not the goalkeeper that Manchester City have, but the central midfielder from Atalanta. Now, Mark Douglas has said that Manchester City are open to making a move for a central midfielder in January. They said that Manchester City have got their eyes on Ederson, a Brazilian central midfielder playing for Atalanta. And unlike Martin Zubimendi, who doesn't know what he wants to do with his future, Ederson is believed to be very keen on a move to Manchester City, which is always a big advantage. The player being interested in the move is always good. Now, the big stumbling block for this is a fee, because that would have to be negotiated, because remember, we've still got Chicky in charge. He does like a release clause, because teams are always looking to try and rip Manchester City off, and being able to thrash out negotiations and sort out a transfer in the space of 1 month, it can be very difficult, in particular if you're looking at a couple of positions and players are wanting to leave. It can become very busy and very overwhelming very quickly. But I imagine that Chicky may be looking for one last dances in the transfer market, and that could be looking at a central midfielder like Ederson. So it's difficult to do in January, but not impossible, and teams have done it before. City have done business before. It's easier with a release clause. We don't know how much Atalanta are going to want for Ederson, so that would have to be negotiated, but very much a player that is interesting Manchester City. He's a central midfielder, can play in defensive midfield as well. He's got lots of energy. He's 25 years old as well, would help bring the average age of that squad down. He's able to both alternate with Rodri and also complement him and play alongside him. He's a player that offers plenty of energy, good movement, good with his passing, good with his tackling, all round a good solid player, and a good player that I think City should be interested in as long as the price is right. The question remains though, just how much are Man City prepared to spend on that potential Rodri alternative and a player that can complement him, and how quick can he get that deal done? But definitely a player of interest. I'd love to know your thoughts of that, guys, in the comments below. So there we go, that has been today's video. Please do leave a thumbs up. Remember, 200 likes is the aim. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, it is free. Remember, daily Manchester City transfer updates coming from January 1st here on YouTube to keep you guys up to date every single day in what I'm expecting to be a very busy January transfer window for Manchester City. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go check out today's video sponsor, Kitbag. Remember, offer expires today. It's only valid for today only, where you can go and check out that new Manchester City away shirt, paying homage to Manchester City's 1999 season. You can cop it for just £40 at a 50% price discount, which is half price, of course. So do go and check it out. There's some other offers on Kitbag as well if you want to go and check it out. And a big thank you to Kitbag for sponsoring this video. Links and details, they are in the description. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Take it easy, guys. Peace. Ciao for now.